was asking the Lord to do something for me, to change my entire situation around. And all he said to me was, Deanna, come sit at my table. Waiting on God to move a mountain or to open a door, and day after day after day after day, nothing came. This is the place where anger and bitterness towards the character of God can start to grow. His character becomes questioned, giving more space in the heart of a child. That the Father went beyond time and space to close. I got out of the shower one day and the Lord said to me, Deanna, I've set the table. I said, huh? I said, what table? There's no feast here, no angels singing, nobody's rejoicing, there's no banquet, no smiles and laughter, only darkness, bitterness, and insecurity. He said, Deanna, you've asked me to show up in this situation for you, and I'm asking you to be seated with me. I didn't understand what that meant. I searched my life for a table. There was nothing. All I saw was rejection and insecurity and abandonment. And I was like, how could a table be set here? This place doesn't seem like it would be the place to hold a banquet. He said, Deanna, what's happening to you right now sets the table for us to have a conversation about the truth. He said, we need to talk about where your true value lies, what your identity is placed in, how much power you have, how capable you are, how far I went to be with you always, and what to do next. He said, this table is sacred and it's on time. As a matter of fact, it's always been set for you. Now is the time to be seated, to eat with me, and rest in our intimate conversations. Sometimes I've noticed what the Lord prepares at this table doesn't seem like it's enough. Or maybe the table that he set for us causes disruption and chaos because we are forced to sit face to face with truth. There's no way you can come and sit at this table with the Almighty and not discover the truth. There is no choice but to face it once you choose to sit down. Once you choose to sit down, the truth then in turn sheds light on everything that was false that you thought was true. He said, come sit with me. Let's eat and let's talk. This is all the change that you'll ever need. I began to notice that it wasn't my external atmosphere that began to cause things to shift. There was no phone call, no emails, no new opportunity, no magic door opening, no money deposited into my account, no spiritually intense prophetic word, just stillness and silence. Everything that he began to show me while sitting at this table increased my decision making. I began to sit taller in the room. There was a confidence in what he said to me at this table while seated than anything that I tried to do on my own while standing. He said, Deanna, you must come sit. If I move the mountain and you still think that this table had nothing to do with it, or that being seated is invaluable, you will always ask me to turn your situation around with things when the only thing that's needed is a conversation seated with me at this table. This is where you will begin to see external changes. Sit, eat, meditate, listen, observe. When it's time to get up and move, you'll be more aware and more sure of who lives within you and what you are capable of. He said, I don't need to turn your situation around. You simply need to come sit at my table, this table that has been prepared for you before you were placed in the womb. It's been here waiting on you. No one will eat or lift a finger until you are seated. A lot of times we hear things like, God is stopping a room from moving forward until you arrive. But I think unknowingly they're talking about this table, this seemingly invisible table with a host of one. He stops the atmosphere from moving forward until we are seated in the room with him. I began to notice that if he moved mountains or opened doors in my current situation, the very thing that was needed would seem invaluable to me. Yet the table holds the conversation, the very word of God. It is the most valuable place, and it patiently waits for us to come and be seated. He said, stop looking for something miraculous to happen outside of you. The miraculous happens when you sit and dine with me. There is a conversation that is needed.